you guys know, AI has been recently changing everything, not only in the consumer world, but also in the development world. I'm Atif, I'm someone who's into AI, into coding, things like that, and I want to take you through in this new series I'm creating on this channel, a project built with GPT from basically from start to finish fully in this new video series, right? I think this will be pretty interesting for you guys to, possibly follow along and possibly get an idea of basically how you build a project, a full-fledged project with ChatGPT. So let's just hop right into this introductory video. Alright guys, so the concept of this series is to basically take a small project and take you guys through it from beginning to end. I think this will help you guys basically understand how to actually develop a project that utilizes GPTs. And I think that generally, going forward, GPT development is going to get huge. So I think just understanding the basic skills will be really important, and I'm hoping the series will help you guys with that. Alright guys, so GPT is basically a model that is used to go ahead and predict the next word in a sequence, and it's basically what we use with the ChatGPT interface. Right, this model has evolved from previous models like GPT-1, GPT-2, GPT-3, now we're on GPT-4. The main difference with these models is basically how it processes input and things like that with its architecture. Right now it's using a transformer architecture, and it's pretty good. It's used a lot in the real world for different things like customer service, for example, and even in the medical industries and things like that. I mean, there's a countless number of ways that it's used. So, that's why it's very important for us to actually learn how to develop with it and how to make real-world applications that can utilize this very powerful tool. Okay, so the project concept is basically a chatbot that has a nice UX, has a nice little interface, and uses GPT for the backend. The reason of using GPT for this project is I believe GPT is, basically a hugely amazing language model, one of the best really out there. So I think using GPT for making a chatbot is going to be great. It's going to be something kind of like the ChatGPT interface, where we kind of make this nice UI and then we plug in with the actual GPT model on the back end. The goal of this project basically is to learn how to use GPT in the backend and kind of use their API, in addition to learning kind of how to make a nice little interface around it so users can have a good time interacting with your website. Alright guys, I'm now going to give a little bit of a breakdown of all the episodes. The first one is this one, which is basically just an introduction to the projects, introduction to what we're going to be doing. Second episode, what I want to do is do kind of setting up the development environment, just teaching you guys how do we actually set everything up that we need before we actually get into development itself. And after that, episode 3, I wanted to kind of just be basics of kind of interacting with GPT, of using GPT, and kind of how we're going to use it with the project. Then for the fourth episode, I want to get into basically building the simple chatbot. So what we'll be doing is just basically building it out and actually starting the development process in that fourth video. Then for the fifth one, I want to take that simple chatbot that we build and then kind of morph it into an adventure game. So you guys might see some of these GPTs, they're like these mystery games and different things like that. So what I want to do is kind of take our GPT chatbot and kind of put it into this adventure game type of scenario where you can kind of play this procedurally generated adventure game. Now for the sixth one, kind of want to go into advanced GPT features and fine tuning and things like that to help you guys get a grasp of those advanced features. Then for the seventh, I want to add some visuals and interactivity. This is kind of the UI UX type of vibe of it. Then for the eighth, it's basically going to be focused on deployment after we've actually finished developing the chatbot in the game. And then for the ninth episode, kind of wrapping up the series, I want to go through and talk about basically some best practices, things like that when working with GPT. And then for the last and 10th episode, I want to just wrap up the series, things like that. Maybe if you guys made some different projects, I want to showcase them and things like that. So, in the comments, guys, let me know how that sounds. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, all of that to keep up. Also, make sure to join my Discord where you can contact me with any, questions you have and talk with the community. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty optimistic for this series, guys. Alright guys, in this video we went over the plan for the new series, which is me building a new GPT project, which is going to be a small chatbot that we're then going to make into an adventure type of game. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. In the next video, we're going to be going over setting up the development environment, setting up the key things you need to get started developing. So, stay tuned, be excited for that, turn on the notifications, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Make sure to join my Discord down in the description, and make sure to like and comment any ideas you have. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.